Welcome to Design Diary, the podcast where you get to look inside my board game design notebook as well as what's going on inside my head. We look at a new word each day from the sense of mechanics, tone, theme, or inspiration for a full game. Today's word is
Anthropomorphic, described or thought of as having a human form or human attributes, ascribing human characteristics to non-human things. And I should mention that I think I've always said this as anthropomorphic, which, if we break that down, it would be the positives of having human attributes. But it's anthropomorphic. I just said it. There's a little R in there. Anthropomorphic. Okay. I should also note that this is our longest word yet at something like 15 letters. So it'll be interesting to fit it onto our little graphics and stuff. But here we go. So I wrote human form, human attributes, or on non-human things. And then I try to define what I think is the human form. And I'm sure there's actual definitions out there, but to me it's standing on two legs, having two arms, and a head. Just to me, that's the defining shape of a human form. Now, all humans aren't like that, but enough are that it defines the form. So I wrote, what if we applied that to the structure of a game? So instead of, saying we've got this game where there's animals, human-like animals, and they're battling each other in a space battle for all time, which is probably the way I would normally go. I'm sure the way many would go. But I said, what if we applied it to the structure of a game? So making an anthropomorphic structure. So the game stands on two legs. And what does that mean? And that means it's either like its engine or its power. It's what's providing the forward momentum. What are arms as far as the game goes? And to me, arms represent reach. So I wanted to kind of see where that took me. And then what is a head? And a head houses a brain, and it's all about decision making. So we've got these legs to stand on that are powerful. We've got this reach, and we've got this decision making. 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. And I went very literal with that, with allowing you to do things twice with your legs, twice with your arms, and once with your head. So you can generate power twice, then you can expand twice, and then you have to make some sort of a decision. And after that, let's take it to the next step. Keeping what we have as the structure, and getting into some theme. So I said you're a character alone in a locked office building. You travel around the office trying to get out, and eventually you find this dungeon. Upon your inspection, you find potions and tricks, and what they are is that somebody's in there, some kind of mad scientist or something along those lines, or a wizard or witch or whatever, is adding human elements to non-human items. And you're locked in here, so either it's curiosity that says, well, let me see what I can do with this, or you can use these as tools to get your way out. So to make a potion, you have 5 steps. You can use, and you would do these in order. I would think you'd do them in order. I don't know. You would use a power. You would use another power. These are being your legs. You would expand your reach twice, and then you would use your intelligence to make some sort of final call or final decision. So using power would allow you to maybe you can add up to 2. Let's say it's not required. Let's say it's up to. To use your power, you can add 2 ingredients. To expand your reach, trying to think of how I would do that. If using power is adding the ingredients. Expanding reach is getting different ingredients, getting further ingredients or ingredients that are not currently available to you. So maybe you add them. So I add 2 ingredients to my little potion, and then I get 2 new ingredients, maybe for next turn or for later in the game. Makes me think of almost like a deck building structure where I'm going to play 2 cards, And then I'm going to obtain 2 cards. I'm going to say up to, because you have 1 or 2 legs, 1 or 2 arms. I gain 2 cards. I play up to 2 cards, and then I obtain up to 2 new cards, and then I make some sort of decision. And maybe the cards, I had an idea where the ones I play have multiple different, multi-use cards, so they can be used in like one of 3 ways. I create my potion, I shelve my potion, or I log it, or something along those lines. And that's where the intelligence comes in, is how you want to use what you have. And then I wrote, at the same time, you be trying to use these tricks to get yourself out, and the tricks themselves double down on that theme. So it's like I'm adding a set of legs, some sort of human element. It doesn't have to be legs, arms, and a head, but my example was legs. An example I heard was, how about adding a set of legs to a can of paint? How can that help you, or how could that hurt you in any way? So a can of paint in helping me get out is not helpful generally, unless I'm, painting a magic doorway or something, or painting a path so I know where the lights are out, I don't know my way around. So I give this can of paint some legs, and it, walks around making its mark, marking the area. Another thing I could do is, add, ears, so something can hear, to, what can I add ears to in this locked dungeon in the basement of an office building, adding ears to a book, and now that book, if it's magical enough, it can write my thoughts as I speak them, because it has ears. And obviously it's taking it, to a very literal level, but you could just say, to abstract it out a little bit, that, I've created this potion of this book that copies my words. I can make this book take down all the write my words as I say them. Doesn't have to physically have the ears, but it came from the inspiration of having that human element. So looking at other items that are, around the house, what would that human element do to them? And I'm sort of just going by senses and things like that, but things that can move on their own, things that can behave on their own, do their own work, and kind of build. I always think of it as like engine building, but they're taking my steps out. They're doing my work for me. So thinking about that as a turn structure, as I get up to 5 actions, and 2 of them use the abstracted leg, 2 of them use the arm, and 1 of them uses the decision-making process. And then adding the extreme theme on it sort of hits the mark that I wanted, that was not just general animal people fighting. So I hope that did something and made any sense. And if you have anything for anthropomorphic, please let me know. It's cool to hear what other people come up with and how it inspires in completely different ways than the way it inspires me. And I've been seeing tweets and YouTube comments and even some personal messages and stuff. And it's super cool to see the directions things can go. So take it away with Anthropomorphic.